welcome to another episode of the Rings and Fins Fantasy Basketball Podcast. We're joined with Jay representing Atlanta Snipers.
Yes, let's go. It's happening.
Yo. We're also joined with Ray representing Bar City Pythons.
It's Fantasy GM. Come on. Happy Zimbabwean independence out there.
Yeah, happy Zim independence for you.
Gabe is my uncle, but anyway, let's go.
I don't know if you would have put that out there. And myself, Marcus, representing Croydon Crusaders.
I saw we were meant to be. I saw we were meant to be joined by.
Oh yeah.
Today,
we were also meant to have another special guest. One of the.
Here,
well, he's actually top at the moment, but we'll get into that. And he's missing in action. How despicable! But we got another big episode for you people today. As usual, we're going to talk about the general fantasy stuff, what's going on in our league, a couple waiver wire moves, and also the injuries, as there's been a couple in the league that we need to get into. But before we get into all of that, here's Tahir to explain the rules of our league.
Here's your quick run through and guide to the NN2 Basketball Association Fantasy League. We have 9 teams in our competition, including the Atlanta Snipers, Bath City Pythons, Brum City Blaze, Croydon Crusaders, Clutch City, the Essex Eurostep, Leicester Red Eyeballs, Point Assisting Rebounders, and the South Norwood Knights. Each team has 13 players in their roster, 10 are active and 3 are on the bench. Players can be changed once a week, but once the first game they're scheduled to play in that week has started, they'll be locked in exactly where they are. Teams were determined via a draft. Players not selected go into the free agency pool and can be picked up twice a week with a bid from a budget of $100. Players go to the highest bidding team. Another way to get players is via trades. 2 teams can do a single or multiplayer trade, and all trades are signed off by the commissioner to ensure they're not too one-sided. We use a rotisserie style scoring format, so when one of your players scores points, they will be added to your team's total for the year. If your team has scored the most points, you will be awarded 9 points. If your team has scored the least, you will get 1 point. This is a case across all of our 9 categories: field goal percentage, free throw percentage, 3-pointers made, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, and points. The owner with the most points across the year will be crowned NBA Fantasy Champions of the NN2 Basketball Association.
All right, people, we're going to have a look at the Fantasy League and where people are right now. I don't know if everyone wants to have a look at it.
This guy loves the standings, bruv.
Whoa. To be fair, this week, I'm not actually loving them too much because I'm not where I'm supposed to be, but...
it used to be.
But it's temporary. It's temporary at the moment, man. Like,
I know you're going to be worse. You're going to be further down in it.
Hey. Hold tight. Yeah. So at the top, we have the missing in action Jermaine, representing Clutch City.
Luckiest GM in the building, man.
Luckiest.
They currently got 50 points. Then second, you have Croydon Crusaders, myself, 49 points, just behind.
Nice.
In a position to snatch that first spot. A bit further down, quite significantly further down, we have in number 3, you have Atlanta Snipers.
6 injuries,
Jay,
but significantly down.
with 44 points.
44, 49, all right.
Disrespect.
I know, it's talking rubbish, really. Go on.
And 4th, we have South Norwood Knights, Stevie, and he's got 42 points. 5th, we have Bar City Pythons with Curtis, with 41 points.
Boston City Blaze, mate. Brum City Blaze.
Oh, yeah. Brum City Blaze. Apologies.
I get them mistaken as well.
I know, right?
Yeah. They've been quiet a little bit, that team. So.
I don't know, bro. I don't know about that.
Oh, number 6, we have Bar City Pythons with 39 points.
Yeah, going up.
It's coming.
Number 7, we have Points Assistant Rebounders, the only. Yeah. Number 8, we have Leicester Red Eyeballs, Tahir.
Mm-hmm.
Go on, mate.
Number 9, number 9, we have Demola, Essex Eurostep. You're bloody dead. Anyways,
forever relegation zone.
Danger zone.
So there's a lot to get in. Where do we start? I think we have to start at the top, innit? We have to start at the top, considering we've got 2 of the top 3 people in the league here. We would have had 3, but certain people don't know how to tell time or don't know how to keep appointments. But we'll keep it moving anyway. Jay, I want you to kick off. I really want to know your perspective of how things are playing out the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, brother, if I'm honest with you, it's so annoying because I keep making strides, even with, it's like I'm on one leg and I'm still keeping it moving forward. Like, no one can say my team's dead. No one can say that I'm not a good GM. Like, these things cannot be said, innit? Like, bro, 6 injuries right now, bro. It's peak. And like, I'm seeing my points get run up on. It's a lot. But I've got a few stats that I'm trying to corner off. And yeah, I'm just gonna try to keep it moving. I've got one dollar melon left. So
what stats are those?
Don't worry about that. But I've got one. I've got $1 melon left in the bank.
Why do you want to know what's going on?
A lie? Do you know what I mean?
You know, it makes for good content.
Really, do you know all it is? It's because he took steals off me. Yeah, because Julius Randle decided he averages like 1.2 steals and he got 5 in one night. But yeah, okay. Anyway,
the MVP. What do you mean? I don't understand.
MIP. Yeah, I hear you. But yeah, you know it is. Yeah. To be fair, like to kind of like finish on this is I'm going to just do my best. Like with what I've got right now, I just have to wait and see, man. Shay should be back in a couple of weeks, so just gotta hold on, man. Just gotta hold on.
And what are your chances to remain in top 3, do you think?
Oh, it's a tough one because, bro, you lot saying that Curtis ain't really moving, but I'm seeing Curtis still. I could literally be 5th in 2 weeks if I don't get the luck I need.
Really?
Or I could literally be top if I get the luck I need. It's that tight. It's
I
fully that tight right now.
I don't know whether you're just talking yourself down so that we don't
No,
team like that. But like,
genuinely, I tell you what it is. It's because of the amount of guys I'm missing. It's not so much like the guys that are playing. They're doing their thing. They're doing what they need to do, innit? But it's just I don't have the rest of the guys to complement it. And if you don't have that, then it's late. And if you have a slippery night like yesterday in stats that I need to actually win, like for example field goal, Jason Tatum went off, and we'll talk about that. Jason Tatum went off, but he had 3 for 11. I don't need that. Well, it might have been worse. So, you know.
Okay, so what's the situation with your team at the moment? Yeah, just so everyone's aware. So you got Anthony Davis on your bench out. Possible return day over the next week or to 10 days potentially. You got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's unfortunately been out with a foot injury.
Yeah.
And he's been out for how long? I believe
it's coming up to 4 weeks still.
About 4 weeks.
It's gonna end up being 6.
And you got unfortunately Zach Levine. With COVID.
That was a big one there.
That was unlucky.
What's bollocks about it is that Marcus broke the news to me as he does. We were on the phone at the time, Ray. It was the most annoying thing because I had to hold it down. I was like, yeah, it's fine.
Did he hit you with a, sorry?
Yeah, it's like, oh no, he goes,
when you know he's got the Thierry Henry smile, like,
yeah,
that guy, like.
Yeah, all I could do is smile, blood. Because I was just
I was like, sorry, bro, man. Oh,
you weren't really, because the next line he said, Ray, was, Vucevic is gonna go off now, and I was like, yeah, okay.
No, fam, everything's yin and yang in it. What's good, it was bad for you. It's got to be good for somewhere else. It's unfortunate.
I
Look at the positive.
It's just funny how that yin yang always seems to work for Jermaine.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
And you got Rashawn Holmes nursing a hamstring injury. He's been out only 4 games. Only 4 games.
But it's right now. I don't need any more in it.
Yeah, I hear that. Tobias Harris, day to day at the moment with knee.
Yeah, he's getting
knee injury.
But
it doesn't look too.
I'm not too upset with Tobias, but it's like stats that I'm like competing for in it. It's like,
and Marcus Smart with an illness.
Jarring because he was expected to play, and it's funny how my guys who I expected, and all of our guys in this conversation here are expected to play, and then they don't. But then guys who are ruled out the day before play. Jermaine,
Yeah.
I really wish you were here to answer to your fake crimes, bruv. Fake. Paul George was ruled out.
Yeah.
And he played. That's madness. That
Oh,
is madness.
Absolute bullshit. But
I've got a take on one of your injuries but I'm gonna bring it up later on when it comes to my team.
Yeah.
yeah, all right.
Oh yeah, I know which one. Oof, sorry, bro. But yeah.
But yeah, I want to have a look at my team and what's going on over here. Yeah, we got Jeremy Grant nursing some supposed quad injury, but we all know what it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
Pistons. They're trying to tank.
Baby.
This
Tank time.
sneaky tank business is jarring right now.
Yeah,
But like,
I'm not with it. I don't really like the whole premise of the tanking thing anyway. I get it, but I don't like it. I just think everyone should naturally just be competitive in anything you do.
That's what I thought.
Shout out the European Super League. Cats are crazy.
Bro, it's mad. The thing is, this is what could happen in for all you soccer fans out there or football fans out there.
You just said soccer. You make me sick.
Bro, I'm bro, I might as well cater to them because that's where the game's going. Do you know what I mean?
well played, sir.
Exactly.
Well
this was what could happen in football, where come to the end of the season, no one's got anything to play for because they're doing this select few teams that are going to be in the postseason.
Mhm.
And other teams are just going to tank. But yeah, going back to my team, I've got Devontae Graham, who's nursing, and I think it's a quad injury. Yeah,
but them type of guys, man.
Jarring. And then obviously I've got the King out at the moment, LeBron James. Hopefully he'll be back in the next week.
He's resting. He's not injured. He's resting.
Cooling, man. He was definitely hurt, but he's
he was hurt, but
he's recouped now. He's blessed. Yeah, he's blessed.
When you spend $1 million on your body, you recover in 2 days. He's rested that,
Yeah. I hope he's not resting too long. But we've got Fred VanVleet, who's got hip injury. I really don't know what the Raps.
What's going on with Fred VanVleet? Like his field goal is terrible this year, and he's just been in and out.
No, but when he's played, he's been very useful for me. Like, but I just don't know what's happening with the Raptors. As far as I was aware, they didn't have their draft pick for this year. Next year, I should say. So I don't know where they're tagging for. Like, a couple of their players have been just out on a random, like Anunoby or Pascal Siakam or VanVleet. You'll play one game, and then Kyle Lowry, be out the next game. And then I've got Jaren Jackson.
Who?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Well, Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yeah, is he gonna play this season?
He's doing up swag.
That's a good question, Ray. Is he gonna play this year? Because he's doing up drip on the bench. Yeah,
it's disgusting.
Gold chains, diamond chains. If you look at this guy's Instagram, you would never think he's a basketball player. You would think he's an aspiring model. The way he's moving there.
This is what fantasy makes you do.
Bro, I started really looking into people, what's important to you in your life. Like, is it really out there playing ball? Because your Grizzlies are holding things up, man, without you, and you're meant to be one of their franchise players. You were meant to be hit. You were meant to be back playing at the beginning of the year. We're now in April.
Does that worry you? Like in terms of the Grizzlies being competitive, and then him not even getting a sniff in right now because, I don't know if he's not fit or if they're just holding him back. Does it worry?
I generally think it's more of a case that they're holding him back. I do think he will come back. He did tweet, I believe when they beat the Bucks, something about good game, reinforcements on the way. So, and he's been, his status has finally changed from out to doubtful. So hopefully he does see some time this year.
So what happens if he doesn't play back-to-backs and he's on minutes restrictions and then he starts playing heavy in the playoff, that play-in thing?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I'll be very upset. Very upset.
Don't you think it's getting awkwardly...
No, it's getting tight. It's getting squeaky bum time. So
is he not the marquee player that you said earlier that he's going to be the difference maker for your team?
He did say that, bro.
I did.
Oh, and if he doesn't deliver in that situation, could I call you a liar?
Oh, really? He's a liar straight up and down.
Wait, whoa. If you get a prediction wrong, how does that make you a liar? Because if I'm a liar, Ray, your prediction for this year Where did you predict? Tell the people, where did you predict I would finish? If that makes me a liar, what does that make you? Eh? Popcorn in the kettle, what? Popcorn in the kettle, what? Yeah? Stay over there.
Listen.
Your glass house.
No. What history? I'm a history man. A lawyer by trade. Yeah. I look at history.
Lawyer by trade, GM by night.
Yeah. When I look at history, what history tells me is that Marcus is gonna get triple singles. Yeah. So I was right into assuming that. The fact that this year you decided to watch 20,000 podcasts and do 15,000 mock drafts and all that stuff, I didn't factor that into the situation.
Oh, sure.
I didn't factor that in the situation. I thought Curtis might do it, but not you. Yeah, but we'll move on to that.
You know my prediction of your team, where you'd finish. You know what I used? I knew that would be a downfall. Your fetish of white European shooters will be a downfall because all of those injuries will come back to bite you. Yeah, and we'll look what's happened. Right? And the funny thing is, it's not even the white players that are messing you up. It's the black players this year.
Do you know what annoys me the most? Yeah, moving up. I'll say I'm gonna move on to talk about my team's injuries.
Yeah, I think it's a good segue.
Yeah, I'll segue on to my team. This week, I decided to pick up the blackest player that I could see on the board. Yeah, in Lou Dort. Is it Lugat's Dort? Yeah,
Lugan Dort.
Yeah, within 4 hours of me picking him up, he had a day-to-day already. Within 5 hours of me picking him up. Do you know what? I was gonna pick up the week before. I was gonna pick up what's his name? He's at the Rockets.
Hey, whoa. Yeah. Yeah, right.
I was gonna pick up someone else. Yeah. But because of the
Tate.
Yes. Tate. Yeah, but because of the current. No. Well, you're thinking of a different player, I feel. But anyway, I was going to pick up someone else, but because of the characteristics that everyone has put on to me to say that I pick certain characters based on race, based on race, I had PTSD only, and I was like, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to be that guy, Black Lives Matter. I picked up my player. And the only person who gave me credit was Jay. Yeah, no one else texted me and saying that, yo, that was a good pickup. Yeah. So it makes no difference if I stay on to what I do, and it's brought me success in the past.
Because Ray, why the hell, would I text you, well done on that pickup, if that guy may never see the light of day in your team, bro? By the time it's time for that guy to be your team, he's already back on the waivers. So why am I going to congratulate you? That makes zero sense.
Hey, it's lockdown. When you ain't got money to spend, you gotta spend your fantasy dollars.
But on that Lucas scenario, the funny thing is, on one of the 1,000 podcasts that I listened to, they actually mentioned, when because he had a couple of good games, and they said, bro, if he's not careful, he's too good that they will sit him down. And look what's happened. They found some sort of excuse after you come back from injury to
that is their excuse. Their excuse to say that it looks like from the ESPN reports that I've seen, it's the fact that they're sitting him out because they feel like they're not going to play him back-to-back games because they're looking to get a better position in the draft, which is why it's going to segue to Jay's injured player and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. What's the point of bringing him back?
This is the thing. I hear you, and this is a good point, but my thing is, listen, man, if he doesn't play, he's not going to play for another 6 months. That's dead, fam. You might as well play ball, bro, if you're fit. You might as well play ball, get acclimated with Moses Brown and Tony Bradley or whatever his name is. Get back to playing basketball. You want to play, bro. For me, I don't see the downside, because if you're saying, oh, we don't want him to get injured, bro, then you might as well not play basketball, period.
I have to say, I'm so disappointed with OKC, to be honest, if this is the way they've decided to take it, because this is a team that had everything. Considering draft players and the amount of draft picks that they've got at the moment, they're good. So build on what you've got at the moment. Yes, have a core at least. Regardless of whether you're gonna do well or bad. Just try and build on that rather than just sitting out so you can get a better draft pick. You've got bare draft picks.
Exactly. All these draft picks. Like, the thing is, they got so many draft picks that they could package a couple of draft picks together to move up. If they like, for instance, whoever's got number one, they could say, I can give you a number one draft pick for the next 2 years to get that number one pick. Do you know what I mean? They've got so many draft picks that them moving down or doing all of this doesn't even make any sense. It literally doesn't make any sense. But yeah, Ray, you're not getting off that lightly, mate. We need to do a deep dive into your team, mate. What's going on?
Where do I start? Bath City Pythons, this year has been, instead of us being the snake, we've been snaked by every single situation that we've been in. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't see Jonas. The last week I was on the phone to another GM talking about concussions, and I was joking about how concussions would not last that long, blah blah blah. And next thing you know, my player gets concussion. Yeah. Basketball gods.
Yeah, one thing I noticed about that Riri is that I was like, why the hell did Riri not just put Valanciunas on the bench? And then I realized you got Miles Turner out. So you actually haven't got a record.
I haven't got a center.
It's peak.
So it's peak like that.
But that's why
you ain't got a center.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I haven't got a center. That's it.
Bro, you had to stock up for a rainy day, and I know who you should get.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. I think Miles Turner's gonna have to get dropped, and I know who you should pick up.
There's only one option at the moment on the waivers that I can get, like, for that position. If someone is feeling like vindictive, Marcus, could pick up that player just for jokes. Just for jokes.
No, Ray.
Can't afford,
I'm telling you now, you cannot afford him. I'm telling you now, sir, you cannot afford him.
Demola's gonna get him.
Okay, if Demola gets him, he's still gonna finish bottom. So it doesn't matter.
Facts.
So I have no issue with that happening. Yeah. If he does get him, well, I still got another dollar. I can pick a dead center, and it doesn't have to be like that, Demola, you can't deny trades. I'm just putting it out there, fam. Yeah. When the trades do come through, you can't deny trades. When your team is suffering the way it's doing, wake up, mate. Sorry, that's just
wake up and smell the coffee.
Yeah, just do it. But at the present moment, focusing on my team, Valanciunas, him being out, that's gonna affect. Concussed, but that's gonna affect me because there's no other player on my team who's averaging at least 1 block aside from him. Yeah, so that category where I was hoping to catch up with 3 blocks from Miles Turner, that's gonna affect me. I'm not gonna be able to do that. So my aim to reach 3rd place is not gonna be happening, and I'm gonna be looking to make 5th place, maybe 4th, push.
What is it with the Pacers? Yeah, the thing is, I don't trust Miles Turner. He's always injury prone. Yeah, he's now out indefinitely after suffering a partial tear of the plantar. What is it? Big toe?
Yeah, it's a toe, man. It's a toe. These big man with their toes, man. Like Shaq had the same injury, fam.
Is it?
Serious,
he's serious.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Miles Turner, he's always a bit injury prone. I think that's why Curtis wants to get out from underneath him. Like he could see it in the stars.
At the moment, bro, everyone in the Pacers is mash up right now. I'm worried about Karras. I'm just hoping he kind of stays fit because Malcolm Brogdon's had an injury. Sabonis, obviously Miles. Jeremy Lamb's out. Doug McDermott got hurt yesterday. That the other guy, I forgot his name.
Yeah,
the other center, he's mashed down as well. So,
Bataze.
Bataze.
And you got James Harden, that hamstring. At first look, it didn't look necessarily like it was going to keep him out that long, but now it's kept him out for quite a while now.
No, I expected this 10 days. That's 4 games. I expected this, But what annoyed me, like with you, with your guy wearing drip on the bench and doing all sorts of stuff there. This guy was coming in timeouts, coaching. Yeah, he's coaching in timeouts.
Bare energy.
Bare energy, talking to the refs and everything. I was like, yo, hamstring. Why aren't you ice it? Why aren't you icing your hamstring? Why aren't you chilling at home? But guess what? He's there. So I know he's going to come back at some point this week. And when he does come back, I'm hoping a triple-double. I'm hoping they've got some big games coming up this week as well. So against some really good contending teams. So I'm looking forward to him coming back. But
that's another thing. I don't like these coaching staff are slacking because they need to be telling these players, like, if you're meant to be out injured, it's not a good look. You on the sideline jumping up and down when some player makes a play or something, like, you're lying.
Facts. I don't like it. I don't like it, especially when it's a maintenance situation. So a lot of them will be out for like soreness or whatever, and then you're there on the bench. Like if it's knee soreness, but you're there jumping, it's like, yeah.
But moving on to some waiver wire activity, we obviously covered a couple of moves that have already been happening this week. But just to give people a clear picture on what's happened, we've had Essex Eurostep, Demola, that dead team, who's last, just so everyone knows. We got added Kevin Love for $3 and dropped Larry Nance. Thank God.
Listen, guys, I'm not gonna lie. On that, like I said, I like to do this thing where I have words with GMs, just like how Tony Pulis spoke to Arsene Wenger and all of them, man. There, you know what I'm saying? You have a little chat over wine. You talk about certain things. I try to tell Demola, look at Houston.
The same chat I've had with you.
No, look at Houston. Look at Kelly Olynyk, bro. Just look. That's what I'm saying, man.
It's there. That was.
It made so much sense. It would have protected that 3 he wants to hold so bad. It would have got him rebounds, which I'm trying to stay away from him on. You know what I mean? It would have helped him tenfold, but he's just so silly.
And
are you gonna pick someone who's gonna literally be out soon?
He let a GM who's got so much on his plate right now doing just take him. Take Kelly Olynyk. I know why I didn't take him, like I've explained already. But I don't understand why Demola is seeing that happening and seeing this guy. He was on the waiver wire putting them same numbers for 4 weeks, Jay. 4 weeks.
It's mad. Bearing in mind Demola has $73. Out of his $100 left. This guy, you can't dial your money. Cannot dial your money. That money is after this season is nothing. It's useless. Yeah. So you finishing last and having to pay double with that money in your back pocket.
Talk to him directly.
What is that going to do for you?
Nah, fam. You're moving like an Egyptian pharaoh. You're not gonna get buried with your money. Like that's it. Like you're dead. You're dead. That's it. Like
he's a Niger man. He love money. Then we got points, assists, rebounders. Kyle Anderson. I had Kyle Anderson. Obviously dropped Terrence Ross for $5. Varsity Pythons. I did Kobe White.
I hear this.
And dropped Montrezl Harrell finally for $1.
I heard it. I hear it.
Yeah, the Kobe White pick only for a week though. I heard that Zach LaVine might be back within very soon.
Doesn't even matter, Ray. It's the thing I liked about the pick is that people don't understand. It's the same with Dioni's pick. It's not, and here this is a little tip, because I don't really like giving tips away.
Look at this
so
guy.
Here's a tip for people listening in, right? Psst. It's always good to take guys off the board who may impact the team above you. You might not need. It's always good to take them off the board.
Tactics,
tic-tacs. Come on, man. You got
corner and offset and stuff.
Yes, bro. Because Kyle Anderson, Dioni's probably going to listen. He's about 14 steals behind me now.
Yeah.
You've taken a bit of, you've got a bit of breathing space.
Yeah, Mitchell still.
I'm saying. Exactly.
And he's a ball handler on that Memphis team as well. So don't forget that.
He's got a whole load of steal guys.
If Jaren Jackson comes back, if he wants to come back, if he feels like coming back,
you sound a lot like me, Marcus, all of a sudden.
No, not at all. Why would I? Why would I?
Because a lot of guys say that I complain when really and truly I just bring light to situations. But
get out of here.
All right, pa.
Varsity Byfons, as we already touched upon, I did Lucan Dort for $1 and dropped one of these fetishes in Laurie Markkinen.
He loves it.
I was trying to the color shade and what I mean.
I might get him, but that's another story.
No, Jay, say you feel.
Larry Markkinen is needy, man. He's trash, man. Sorry.
No. He was the board decided not to pay him this year. Think about that. Yeah, they offered him what they felt like was good enough for him, which I thought was fair. He thinks he's better than that, and they're not playing him. Man. He's gonna go into free agency next year, and that's it.
I will say this though. This: the Bulls are without Zach at the moment. They need W's.
They're not gonna get it from Laurie Markkinen.
Yeah, but I know
he's coming off the bench anyway.
Yeah, true.
Have you seen the numbers that Young is putting up? Yeah. There you go.
And then you got Leicester Red Eyeballs. Tio added Kelly Onenek, you know, the one that we've been speaking about for $25. You know, he put up big money for him. And dropped,
Picked him up
finally
last week,
dropped Tyler Hero. That I've been
play?
telling everyone, Tyler Hero has been meaty this year. I don't know why people pick him up all the time.
This says the guy who's got Moses Brown sporting 0 points and 4 rebounds. Shut your mouth, fam.
Didn't you have
hanging on to Jaren Jackson for a whole year, who's giving you nothing? Zero, nothing.
And where are you, Ray Ray? Hey, yeah. And where are you? Yeah, I've been able to do that. And where have you been? Yeah, just pick it up. White shooters, left, right, and center.
Where are you gonna end up? Where are you gonna end up? Are you gonna end up in the same position as these?
Your potty mouth, mate.
You can help it. You can help it.
I couldn't. You had me going. Look, that's your fault, Jay. Yeah, that's your fault. But going on from there, I think
was that all the activity? Was that literally the way we this week? Fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough. Do you know what? I thought Jermaine was going to get active on there. To be fair, but he didn't drop LaMelo, and he's.
Guess what's happening to LaMelo now?
Oh yeah, I know, brother.
Oh yeah, we need
it's a case of it's not he might come back and in terms of, you know, he's gonna ramp up his activity or he's gonna get a few, you know what I'm saying, like he's gonna be training with the team 5-on-5. No, he's back in the lineup. Back in the lineup.
And what's gonna happen to Devontae Graham?
Same thing, fam. He's just gonna do his thing.
No, Devontae's gonna go back. No, he's gonna go back to the bench.
Yeah.
Terry Rozier you're looking nice, Jay. I hear you.
It's actually bullshit. Who other player is out indefinitely and all of a sudden the first update is 7 to 10 days, I'm back. Not even training, 7 to 10 days, I'm back.
Luck.
Talk about luck.
That boy's walking around with a rabbit's foot in his pocket.
Yeah, man said Jokic go OT how many times?
Oh my gosh, nah.
Do me a favor.
Bro.
Do me a favor.
Nah, he's been surviving. I don't know how, but
it's mad that you mentioned the injuries though, because that's the thing. Even though we did talk about some of them, there's still a couple others.
Yeah. Like for example, Damian Lillard on Essex Eurostep, Bam Adebayo, and Kevin Durant.
Wait, Bam's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see, when Damian Lillard dropped, that's when I looked at Demola's team and I thought, nah, sorry, fam. Nah, it's done. Because this guy, this is he's putting up MVP numbers, yeah. When you look, the first 3 players on his team, you're like, okay, yeah, this could be a team. The next, you're like, no. And
the funny thing is that stat that he was hoping to corner off, that 3, I'm coming for it.
But why would you try one stat? Why would you try one stat out of all?
But Ray, that's not even the thing that gets me, because I don't mind people trying for one stat. Let me tell you why. Because let's say you're at the top, that one stat could win you this competition. Let's say you're at the bottom, that stat could keep you from being relegated because you've got 1-9. The problem with him is that he chose the wrong stat to do it in, bro. How are you going to choose a flimsy stat like 3-pointers? You and I, all of us all know that, okay, yeah, Curry would potentially get you the 3-point championship. Like, sorry, the 3-point category. Yeah, he would do it. But what happens if he's just shooting meaty for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
It's a flimsy stat.
But then
you're better off trying to win rebounds or something, man.
I feel like Marcus should have whispered in his ear and got, look, one stat doesn't win you a team. One stat will get you to the bottom when you finish with bare
Why in the hell would I?
Why give him no intel?
Plus, he's hard-headed.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna listen to nobody. Like, he didn't want to trade with no one. You asked to trade with him, he wants 10 grand. What the hell?
Which is why I always feel offended when a guy is trying to change the league and say, let's do this in the league instead. No.
And they're both bottom.
Do better. Then we can
talking about doing daily, and then all of a sudden these guys claim that they forgot to change their league on a weekly one. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
No sense whatsoever.
Yeah. Boy. But having a look at some of the other, obviously we mentioned Curry on the tear. He's been going at least, I think it's 11 threes over the last 4 games. Over, I believe 10 to 11 threes over the last 4 games. He's been on the absolute tear.
Been on that MVP level again, I feel. But
wait, did you say 11 threes in like how many games, sir?
I think he's shot
over.
No, I'm talking about he shot 10 threes, at least 10 threes of the last 4 games.
Yeah. He's been making them. So Jay, this is why I say to you, like, when he gets on that cold streak, which I feel like they're gonna start doing a little bit later on as he gets to when they see that they're gonna make the play in position, they're gonna rest him, and Curtis's team is gonna take that. It's gonna take that.
Small hit.
Yes, that small hit, and I think you can. A lot of other teams around that area can monetize that area. They can actually go higher than that. So.
I hear it, man. I don't know where though. That's the thing. It's an odd one, Ray, because he's got a lot of excuse me. He's got a lot of guys in his team which they still need to be competitive. So
Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna hit him that hard, but we'll see. I'm
do
hoping so.
you know what is really funny about this whole situation in terms of Curry? Yeah, the one player that Stevie was adamant, that come the end of the season, they're gonna shut him down.
Yeah.
Curtis was adamant that that's not going to be the case, and now this is the player that's killing Stevie right now,
You don't know
killing
nothing.
him.
You don't know nothing.
Like Stevie's been like
The
hampering
self-proclaimed oracle. I'm tired of this guy.
He said that
I'm
he should
tired
become a
of this
top
guy.
3. Remember, he said top 3.
No, he still might win it. I'm not gonna lie.
He still might make top 3, but number 1 pick.
No, there's going to be questions. No, Ray, there's going to be questions.
Yeah, number 1 pick. That's what I say. Yeah, because I remember having conversations in the past with Stevie where he said if he gets to number 1, he might do it. Yeah.
And the wickedest thing is, I know, like, I'm just going to go back to his injuries. Bro, Marcus, I know he had a bad week. I know, he had a bad week. I've had a bad 8 weeks. I'm not going to lie. But off me, like, you've only got 1 injury now.
Yeah.
Like, you've actually only got 1 injury now, innit? So he should probably start moving up. And I'm telling you, Marcus, watch out for your points, bro. Watch out for your stats, because he's going to body you, fam.
No, trust me. I'm good. I'm blessed.
I don't know.
Bradley Billman, come.
No, I'm not talking about points. I'm just talking about your points in general.
Oh, points in general. Yeah. No, I'm blessed. But obviously, with Curry going on the absolute tear, there's been discussion in regards to whether he's the best 3-point shooter of all time. The large majority of people say that he is. There's a select few people that say he isn't. Johnny, what do you guys think?
He isn't.
Yeah, it's a funny one, man. I don't want to be a prisoner to the moment, but I don't feel it's a moment because he's been doing it for so long. It's just, like Clay, bruv. Clay is so stupid.
When Clay comes back, we're gonna see a different beast. This guy was different. The way he shot threes, being the main guy on the team, the way that Curry's doing right now, where he's just that guy. He's expected to make those shots, and no one's gonna have a go at him if he makes a 3 from like 45 feet deep, like halfway line. I don't like that perspective of judging a 3-point shooter in that basis. Yeah. My best 3-point shooter compared to like someone else is based on the player that I watched in one of my favorite players. Reggie Miller for me is great. Yes, he's not the high. He hasn't got the highest percentage. He hasn't set the records as such, which have been broken. The records have now been broken by Curry. But for me, he was the greatest shooter for me. Yeah, but like with Curry, I look at it and just think it's a circus for him. He just does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what makes him Nang. He changed the game completely.
You
have to start guarding me from 30
What?
feet.
You think Curry changed the game? He changed the game?
It's changed the 3-point game. Hell yeah.
Nah,
bro,
people were doing that from before. But people were doing that from before, though.
I don't know, bro. Like, guarding him from all kinds of angles.
Agent Zero, like, Gilbert Arenas was doing that from day one. Like, I don't see that.
I'm not
pulling
gonna
up,
lie,
bro. Pulling up from 30
Pulling
feet,
up,
sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. For me, Curry is the best 3-point shooter of all time because in terms of shooting threes, Clay's got that. But in terms of the manner in which Steph gets his threes, like he's perpetual motion. He's always moving.
Silly.
Very efficient as well.
Yeah.
Extremely efficient. And he's underrated at going to the basket. In terms of when he is clean at the basket, the way he can finish, and him at a the free throw line is absolutely mad. Yes. But just the way he gets his threes in terms of running around screens, getting it off the dribble himself, or just shooting or getting what do you call it? Getting fouls in terms of him shooting it himself. Like I just think the different ways he can get threes and the way he is so competitive, he's definitely the best 3-point shooter, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
I hear ya.
I'm sorry, John. Sorry to interrupt. I know I'm not meant to be here at all, whatsoever. But there is breaking news. Yeah, and I just want to say, fuck Ed Woodward. Yeah.
Was that the breaking news?
What's happening?
He's out of my club. Fuck Ed Woodward. Have a good day, gents.
What? Yes! Wait, no, don't gas me up. Oh,
Wow,
days.
Football spilling over into NBA, eh?
Fuck.
am gassed. And D, we've got the receipts. D's been saying on this thing, fam. What are we talking about?
Fuck Ed Woodward. Yeah.
This Super League has messed up
Fuck.
absolutely everything.
Let the NBA be the NBA and let football be football. Fuck
I know.
Ed Woodward.
I know, right?
Yo.
Sorry to interrupt, gentlemen, but I thought I'd just give you that.
Yeah, man.
I wanted to make a call, but I thought that would disturb the podcast with the button. So let me just dump on and derail the whole thing altogether, cuz. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, D, why are you here?
Oh, yeah, mate.
Care to weigh in on the Curry best 3-point shooter debate?
What's the debate?
Some people say he's the best 3-point shooter. Some people don't.
Of all time?
Correct.
I would say he is the best 3-point shooter of all time, but his best is not the best. Meaning, he is the best 3-point shooter of all time, but his best is not the best. So if we would take this to an athletics example, we have, you say about the fastest man in the world, cool, he has the world record, but let's imagine he didn't win all the races. There was someone else that actually won all the races, but he just happens to hold the record. Who would you say is the best? Is it the guy with the best record, or is it the guy who normally wins the race? Steph Curry normally wins the race, but Klay Thompson's height is higher than anything Steph Curry's ever produced.
But you mean it's better though. But anyway.
Sorry?
When you say Klay, why do you say Klay?
Because it's not just that he holds the record for the most threes in a game, it's that it's not crazy for him to hold the record for the most threes in a game. And he would have more of those sorts of records if he isn't pulled out of games every time he drops 40, 50, 60. Because when Klay drops 40, 50, 60, it's game done. It's game done by quarter 3. When Steph wants to drop 40, 50, we go in overtime.
But at the same time, there's been several cases where Steph could have gotten over the record in terms of 3-point shooting, and he's been sat down himself.
Okay.
Did they win the game?
But understand what I'm saying though. Klay Thompson could have done that, but still went over the record. He wasn't given the full game, and still went over the record. So he's getting sat down same time as Curry. So we're both being limited the same way. But when it's being limited, it's because Klay's gone crazy.
Yeah.
That we're seeing now.
I hear that.
Because Steph Curry's going crazy. Also, if you want to check Steph Curry, look at the record of the teams he's beat recently. Even the good teams, look who's been out. In terms of what stars have been out. Not even just that's Toby and Ben, but not even Philadelphia. I think it wasn't Denver. Was it Milwaukee? And I think Giannis was out. Actually, look at the record of the last 10 teams that they've beaten, and look at the 3 losses before that 10. Have a look at that as well. So yeah, records are all great, but we need to actually start looking at the details when we're doing this. Not you guys. I'm talking about guys on TV. Steph Curry this, Steph Curry that. Struggling to make the playoffs. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys to it. I'm gonna back out of this. I'm gonna go back to off Ed Woodward. I hope the rumors are true. And if not, I'll be back next week with more love. I'm out.
Peace. Oh, that was nice. That was nice, wasn't it? The only cameo. But getting to the topic of hand, I really wanted to talk about the race for top on the East and the West. You know, I think it's getting really spicy. We've got Philly and Nets battling out on the East, and then we got, is it the Jazz and the Suns?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I'm so invested in the West. I'm so invested in the West right now. Like, I'm loving what Phoenix are doing, man. I'm not feeling, and obviously that was
Oh
one of my
my-
first.
The
That was one of
Suns
my
are
first
playing ball, man.
Yeah, bro, it's that CP effect, man. And
The
Marcus,
CP effect
if
is
I'm
real.
not-
It's real.
am I not wrong in saying that the Suns were the second basketball team that I wanted to support? Remember in uni, because remember it was the Pacers that got
Nice.
gassed off Paul George, and then the second I was like, rah, they had the 3-point guards, and I was like, wow, that's new. Yeah, so obviously I still got a little.
Yeah, I remember
spot
that.
for
No. I remember that. That's nice.
I remember that.
You're a Wizards fan. You're a Wizards
You're
fan.
Wizards.
Fuck the Wizards.
Yeah, you're Wizards now. That's what it is.
Boo.
You're a wizard, Harry.
But for real though, I do like what the Suns are doing, man. And yeah, like in terms of the West, I think it's pretty much the Lakers are going to do what they're doing. I don't think they're going to get more. I think they're going to be in and about. They'll finish top 6, but yeah, man, like the East is more interesting at the bottom.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I was going to say, Jay, how do you feel about these conversations about Chris Paul being considered for MVP?
I'm down with it, man. Just because watching League Pass, I'm seeing what Chris Paul does. And his impact is insane, bro. Like, especially in the fourth quarter. Like, I did try and message you, man, late yesterday. And in the fourth quarter, actually, I don't think I messaged. Yeah, but in the fourth quarter, again, just it went OT, but just in terms of marshalling the game and knowing when to do the right things. And he's got Ayton playing ball now, man. I'm gassed. Like,
Ayton is bought into it. He's bought into it.
Yep.
Prior to this year, he wasn't up for it. He wasn't up for to be the guy. But then he's actually started to see that, players that are around him are actually playing well. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got the what's the who gets steals a lot? What's his name? I'm so bad with names.
Who, Mikal Bridges?
Mikal Bridges,
who's got him in his team?
Mikal Bridges this year has come out to be a Covington type of player.
Yeah, he was wet from 3.
Yeah.
He was doing bits, and he's been doing bits because of Chris Paul. Yeah, Chris Paul's been dictating the plays around him.
Yep.
Yeah. But I think it's because of good coaching and Chris Paul effect, and like both. Like I really rate Monte. Is it Monte Morris?
Monte Morris.
Yeah, as a coach, man, I think he's dope. Like even when he had them in the bubble and they were playing the right way, and Devin Booker has obviously made strides in terms of his leadership and knowing what's important on the court. It's not always about the numbers; it's about playing your position and making big plays when they really matter. And I think that's obviously translated to Ayton as well. And they're all just working in the right direction. I really think it's dope. But what the funny thing is, I think it's funny that no one's mentioned Clippers.
Yeah, they're quietly going about business, but I think because we all expect them to be.
No, I expect to do better.
Yeah.
Sorry. For what you got Kawhi, you've got you got Paul George. You've got all these players that you've been bringing in. You've got the new. You got rid of the coach that you had before.
Well, Ibaka's still out. Ibaka's just having a jolly, mate. He's been out for like 19, 20 games.
So, like, I expect better, especially after the talk that was happening last year.
Yeah,
nah, I'm not trying to put my faith in you. So,
like, literally, no one's talking about them. They're third in the West, like sandwiched between, Phoenix and Denver, and they're probably going to finish third. And to be honest, well, they're only 1 point behind Phoenix, but Phoenix got a couple of games in hand. But yeah, I see them finishing third. But yeah, I'm not convinced, man. I'm not convinced one bit. Like they don't excite me. They're just like the Bucks. They're in the same position. Bucks are third in the East. They got a lot to prove, and until it comes to playoffs, 9 game, like no one really cares about them, to be honest.
They might face the Blazers, or they might end up.
Or the Clippers.
Yeah, and if the Nuggets fall down, a couple points. If the Nuggets fall down a couple games, they end up. The Clippers might end up facing the Nuggets, who took them out last year. I think
they could end up facing the Lakers.
They could end up facing the Lakers, but I don't see that. I
wouldn't sleep on it though. I don't think. Yeah. Listen, because Bron and AD are going to be resting back to backs. That's a given. And then you've got Kuzma, and them. They win every odd game here and there as well. I think the Lakers could finish where they are now or 6th, and I could see the Clippers going up 1 or staying where they are. And if
Jay, you got look at the Lakers team, man. When they start winning games, man, they will get up there. They will get to that first spot.
I don't think
Guess
they care
what?
about it though, bro. I don't think they care about it.
But-
Yeah.
They could finish anyway. I don't think they care.
Yeah. Oh, you want to
Lakers don't care. They definitely don't care. But I think the most exciting thing about the whole league this year is the Eastern Conference race between 4th and 7th. Actually, 4th and 8th, to be fair, where you've got Charlotte, Miami, New York Knicks, Boston, and Atlanta.
But this is the thing,
Four
yeah?
teams within at least one game of each other.
This is the thing, yeah. When I'm watching the Pacers, I'll throw in Chicago there just for my argument's sake. When I'm watching Chicago, Indiana, Miami, and Boston, the basketball is shocking, mate. It's
Terrible.
dead. It is dead. Atlanta are balling out. New York are balling. And they're winning games. I can't say, I'm not going to act and say they're balling because I don't really watch New York like that. I'm not going to lie.
I'll tell you, because I'm a New York fan. Yeah, New York Knicks fan here. Yeah, from the start. From the start, ain't shook. Yeah, Carmelo, my guy. I think we're top 3 in defense this year, and we're defensive juggernaut in terms of the way that we play. We're not the greatest to watch if you're looking for just offensive play, but Julius Randle, he's got a host of moves, man. He's been playing absolutely amazing this year. RJ Barrett, impressively enough, I didn't have much hope for him. He's impressed.
Would you say
What
it's
do you
because of the
mean?
cohesion? Would you say it's the cohesion that the reason why you lot are playing so well is because you lot have been playing hefty minutes with each other? So
yeah, definitely.
No injuries like that, really.
Well, we've had Mitchell Robinson out, but
True.
Coach Tim, like, he's created
The coach, I was going to say.
Yeah, he's created a good culture. Some people claim that coaches doesn't have much bearing on winning and the culture that they build in the team. But I say a coach is very important, as you can see from Coach Tibbs. New York, we've had how many coaches, and this is the best we've seen since Melo left. Like, we ain't been in playoffs since then. So it tells you coaching is a big thing, and Coach Tibbs has instilled into these players how to play hard and how not to make mistakes in the really important moments.
I'm glad I was just going to say, I'm glad you understand that history, and this is why you shouldn't compare the Celtics to the Knicks. To understand that the last time you were in playoffs was when Melo was there. We've been doing it, making finals. Your team's just got here. Don't compare your team to my team. Celtics are above you on so many levels. Just gotta know. You just gotta know.
Am I not mistaken? Have you not been contenders for at least the last 3 to 4 years?
Yes, we have. Where have you been?
And what have you won? And what final? Have you made it to a final?
What are you going to do when you get to the playoffs?
No, have you made it to a final, Ray?
Yes.
So, no, a final.
Conference finals, yes.
No, not conference finals. So final.
Conference finals.
No. Final. You were contenders not to win the conference. You were contenders to win the thing.
Yes. So where have you been?
And you've never been to a final.
You have never been to a final since '73, fam. Like, come on, what are you talking about?
No, the Knicks have been trashed, and the Knicks have been trashed, and always have been trashed. Yeah, they're only looking good right now, innit? We've had a poor culture, but the Boston Celtics, who are a credible franchise, in terms of the Lakers, Boston, New York, big market teams, and they ain't done nothing.
The question you should be asking yourself is: are you going to see your team win a championship in your lifetime? Yeah, I've seen mine done that. I know what it feels like.
Yeah, I think so. I'm seeing certain star players like Zion trying to itch themselves up into New York, saying that it's one of their favorite players.
All right, let me
play. Yeah, I'm glad you asked me that.
Yeah. Well, it's good that you feel that way. But let me tell you something about this Coach Tibbs that you're happy about. Yeah. This is the same guy who took D-Rose knees. Yeah. You will run your team down to. He's good at hard work, but all your players who are running, next year, expect injuries. Yeah, I can see that happening.
The funny thing is,
watch Ray pick up Julius Randle.
Exactly. the funny thing is, you say that, which is cool, which is a strong possibility. But Derrick Rose loves Coach Tibbs. He's followed him to every single team.
He broke his knees. What can you say? Like, come on, he took his knees. Man took his knees. He was running him to the ground.
Bro, have you seen Derrick Rose like the other day? Like, he's playing top ball.
If I see,
Even with Brock
I
Nees,
don't watch.
What
them.
even with Brock Nees, he's
Fam,
going to be in the playoffs.
man said, have I seen Derek Rose? This guy is, it's not even a shadow of who he was. Like, it's worse. Yeah, it's a mirage of who he was. What do you mean?
All right, shout out D Rose though, man.
Nah.
I know. What do you mean, man?
We got love.
Nah, yeah, I got love for him, yeah, but don't compare, don't look at, don't speak to me and say like, yo, have you seen Derek Rose right now? Because
Bro,
I know what I
what
know
I'm
the
gonna tell you,
potential.
Brock Nees, Derek Rose is better than Kimber Water. That's what I'm going to tell you. Yeah.
That is a lie, and you know it.
I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you that, and we're going to end it there.
Yeah.
But the final thing I wanted to touch upon, I've not got much to say on this, unfortunately, but the end of Kobe's, man.
Oh, yeah.
What have you got?
I don't know how. I don't know how that happened. I don't know whether it's a situation of where the family's just thinking they don't want to monetize his name anymore and they want to move on. But like, I don't understand that situation. Whether there's a big payout, we don't really understand that situation. I don't know if you guys have done enough research into finding out like, what the situation is. But
I'm not too sure. Obviously, I'm sneakerhead, but I've never really been like a fan of Kobe's trainers. I see them more as basketball trainers, but I can see why maybe the family didn't want to continue the line, obviously, as he's not there to design it in his own image, which I can respect personally. Hopefully they've got enough money themselves, so it's not much of a big issue for them. But that's all I've got to really say on the issue, to be honest. But
do you think they're gonna go up in price though?
Yeah, definitely. The ones that have been released and the ones that are out. So if you can snab a pair, I would, to be honest.
This is the
as
time,
a collector. Yeah. Well, you having a look, Ray?
Yeah, well, aside from Dodge currency, you know.
Oh, bro, missed the boat, unfortunately.
You can still get on it, bro. Don't worry. 420 today. I heard it went up. Anyway, we'll talk about that after, lads.
Yeah, definitely. We don't want to let people in on that one. But
wow,
that is all we have time for today. Thanks for joining us again on the Rings and Things Fantasy Basketball Podcast. Join us again next week. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to all our socials. And we out here. Peace.